Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Arnulfo Flores Jr. I'm 30 years old and I am from Sullivan City, Texas. I'm currently in the process of finishing my bachelor's degree, which is a triumph to say the least. In life, I hope to accomplish what I work hard for. Nothing in life is easy, but perseverance always triumphs. I love to read and help others achieve their goals for the sake of future generations. Raising three children alongside my wife has proven to be an endeavor that has refocused my life's plans and humbled my heart. I am currently employed with a school district that serves an underprivileged community, which presents me with the opportunity to create change in their environment. After graduating with my bachelor's degree in organizational leadership, I plan to pursue a master's from another university. I want my children to see that where one comes from, or does in their lifetime, will not determine where one ends up in life. I want my family to know that everything I do is for them, and the reason behind my success is because of the unconditional support that they have for me. Education is essential in the society that we live in, requiring the need for a level of commitment from individuals who intend on keeping instruction and coming up with solutions to work-related issues. Leadership plays a big role in today's workplace because without proper leadership, it is almost impossible to work in accord towards a common goal, which is the prosperity of the company or organization. It is important to make decisions based on facts and procedures that determine the best possible outcome for different scenarios. I am determined to be a leader, as well as a testimony to those that say it is too hard. Nothing in life worth having comes easily, and it is this legacy that I hope to leave behind for those who are positively affected by what I do in this life. First of all, I would like to start by demonstrating some of the artifacts that I went ahead and did in this program. The first of which is the artifact for issues in organizational leadership. Very briefly here, I will explain to you. In this course, I identified fundamental theories of leadership and worked on cultivating a definitive understanding of what it means to establish legitimacy as a leader. This includes acknowledging the behaviors and characteristics that institute credibility as a leader. In this artifact, the material recognized issues that affect an organization and the solutions that deal with accountability, diversity, global and cultural differences, changing demographics, ethics, and social responsibility in the workplace. In this artifact, I explain the role of conflict and how to guide conflict to serve the interests of the organization itself. For the next artifact concerning data-driven decision making, this is the first part to a two-part module that we did. In this course, which is the first part of the data-driven, quantitative data in managerial and entrepreneurial decision making was examined. The course appeals upon quantitative tools and studies from several disciplines, which include statistics, economics, accounting, and finance. These tools prove to be useful when making informed decisions. The course emphasizes on the interpretation of data into relative information that benefits internal and external consumers. Through this course and through this artifact, I was also able to understand the importance and roles of different types of data. I was able to identify data that should be collected, implementing different methodologies, and utilize the data to represent information in the appropriate format for exhibition and/or analysis of data. For the second part of data-driven decision-making, the artifact is the result of data-driven decision-making. This course examined the role of quantitative data and its use in entrepreneurial and managerial decisions as well. Several disciplines were implemented throughout this course and in this artifact, which included statistics, economics, finance, and accounting. The usefulness of these tools were demonstrated in this course as they were in the paper. It provides interpretation and translation of data into general information which benefit external and internal consumers. This just means that we took a bunch of numbers and we turned it into information that people would be able to understand without having to know any of the background, using tools like Excel so that we could go ahead and make charts that can be translated and read. The other artifact, which is artifact number 4, is again another artifact that is the first part to a 2-part course module, and this one is ethics, behaviors, and leadership. Ethical behavior is important in all aspects of leadership. The artifact that is provided here examines ethics in the workplace and the role that organizational leaders play while practicing certain disciplines. Through case studies, discussions, and other self-assessments, the basic framework of moral leadership and ethical dealings is acknowledged. Critical thinking skills were utilized to identify and remedy ethical issues that are typically encountered in today's organizational settings and interactions. The second part of ethics, behaviors, and leadership is an examination of behavior and leadership in the workplace. This artifact focuses on ethics, behaviors, and leadership. It focuses on the role of organizational leaders and the ability to foster behaviors within the organization. There is a demonstration of competency in developing strategies for driving behavior within organizations that align with the organization's goals and objectives. The next artifact in line, also a 2-part module, was management theory. This course focused on the principles and the practices of management in an organizational setting. The artifact demonstrates knowledge of the functions of management, the skills to analyze organizational process, as well as the ability to apply management theory to workplace situations. Organizations are characterized by their purpose, structure, and activities, allowing the ability to recognize, describe, and apply common methods of operation and project management. This is very useful in today's society as everything is data-driven and every decision that people make is based on morals and ethics that they carry with them throughout the workforce. The second part of the management theory includes the integration of over 50 theoretical and practical ideas. There are 8 main sections which were organized. They go as follows: operation systems, operation strategies. We also had innovation management, process management, quality, of course, inventory, planning and control, integrated management frameworks. All of these sections allow for the demonstration of individual and organizational process and behaviors. For the final artifact, which is the capstone, it went ahead and consisted of the learning and academic achievements that I have cultivated through the bachelor's program. The paper consists of an organization with an issue and or problem that I have identified and studied. I developed a hypothesis regarding the problem and different methods of resolving the problem using different theories and organization. Very briefly, we will go into this final capstone. This paper talks about fundamental theories of leadership and innovative change involved with administrators in a specific school district. The organization is a middle school that has been dead last with its reading scores in a lineup of 8 middle schools within the same district. This has led to the district's assumption that the students are misbehaved and incapable of learning. These incapabilities are attributed to various socioeconomic reasons, which are also a contributing factor to the type of life that these students are subject to daily. The school is found in a rural part of Hidalgo County, which is a community that is afflicted with poverty. There are many school districts that cater to the education of disadvantaged students. However, one campus in particular is in rural Hidalgo County. The parents of these students who attend the school are more than likely uneducated or undocumented citizens, rendering them socially disadvantaged. This leaves administrators to deal with ignorance and sometimes fear from within the community. Administrators must be subject to change by engaging in management and leadership oriented undertakings. It is because of these undertakings that my hypothesis is made, which is that there is a relationship between strategic planning and effective organizational practice. Strategic planning comes back to data driven decision making. There is no way that we can make informed decisions without looking at the data that we have to work with. Looking at all the references that I had to look with, I considered how other schools dealt with poor socioeconomic students and their strategic planning which they exercised to implement effective organizational practices. This way they could benefit students and their family. I have learned a lot through this program. I really appreciate all of the instructors who took their time to pass on their knowledge to me as well. I look forward to implementing everything that I have learned in this program, maybe changing a life or two. I don't suppose that I will be able to change the lives of many at the same time, but I suppose if I'm able to reach at least one or two people within my lifetime, I think that I will have definitely had a positive impact on today's society. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. Thank you very much for being so attentive. I appreciate you. Thank you so much once again. Arnulfo Flores Jr., respectfully.